TEMU. They have the cheapest products on the internet, but how bad are they? Well, I decided to buy 50 of the best cheap gadgets I could find, and I'm gonna be using my favorite ones to build a gaming setup. I'm gonna start by searching up gaming gadgets, and TEMU has so many different things ranging from a couple $100 to only a few dollars, so I have no idea what we're gonna get. Okay, this actually looks really, really good. It has over 28,000 of them sold. It's a #6 bestseller, and it looks like it has a little bit of a video that actually shows what it does. So I think literally all you do is place the phone on there. It also has RGB on it. They call it Smart Light, and even a little clock on it. 16 million colors. This actually looks really, really good, and they have 2 different color options. I'm gonna go with the white one because I think it looks a little bit cooler. Of course, we need some RGB, so I'm just going to search up gaming RGB and seeing what pops up. They actually have a lot of different options. They have an entire light lamp you can get for only $8. I've seen this for like $100 on Amazon, so I'm actually very curious how good this is. It's only $8. It's a #17 bestseller. Over 5,000 of them sold, and the reviews are good, so I'm definitely going to get this. They have 2 different models. They have a 1-piece or a 2-piece. I'm just going to get the 1-piece because that's cheaper. Basically on a roll with the RGB kind of decorations, but this is kind of cool. It's like an RGB headphone stand. It's also really, really cheap, and a lot of people bought this, so it seems like a lot of people actually love this. And I saw this that I really, really like. It is $25, and there's a kind of alternative that's a lot cheaper. This one's on a lightning deal, it says, and it only is $8. It basically is like a little bit of like a flexible kind of RGB stand. I've never seen something like this. It's kind of like an RGB kind of like smart flexible RGB strip. I've never seen it, so I'm actually going to order this. There are a few different sizes. I'm just going to go with the cheapest size, which probably is the smallest one. It's only $8, so let's add this to the cart. But one of the most important things I always use when I'm gaming is ExitLag. I have built so many gaming setups that cost thousands of dollars with the fastest specs in the world, but that doesn't matter at all if you have bad internet or lag. So with ExitLag, it is a software specifically designed to reduce ping, latency, and lower the risk of disconnections in the middle of games. Plus, it even has some special tools to improve your FPS. When you turn it on, it automatically uses its AI route optimization to find the best path for your data in real time. I always notice a difference when I have it off versus on. The ping is lower, and I can definitely feel less input delay. It's super easy to set up too by going in the description, clicking on ExitLag, installing it, and clicking your favorite game. ExitLag will automatically optimize it for you. And since they have over 1,200 servers across 5 continents and support over 3,000 different games, it works for basically everyone. The best part is though, they actually have a 3-day free trial for any new users, so you can try it out at no risk at all. And they also have a huge discount where you can actually get the annual subscription for 50% off, which basically means you get 6 months of it for completely free. So improve your gaming experience right away with ExitLag by clicking the first link in the description or pinned comment. I want to actually get some gaming accessories though, so let's go and look for what type of gaming keyboards they have. They do have some really cheap ones, but I just want to make sure we're actually buying a mechanical one. And I think this is actually our best option over here. It's only $12, and it basically has everything we want. It has RGB lights. It also is a wired 60% mechanical keyboard. Really good reviews, so a lot of people actually like these, and I think I'm just going to go with the pure white. It's $14, so it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but we have 5 items so far for $48. So I actually really want to see though what type of gadgets we can get for only $5, so I'm going to go over here in the filters and scroll down under $5, and let's just see what TEMU has for us. So they have some little Joy-Cons. Ooh, these look really good. Over 40,000 sold. This actually looks really good. There's some gaming earbuds, and this will actually be cool to test out the sound quality. Aesthetically, I don't know if it's just me, but I actually don't think they look that bad. A lot of people bought these though, and there's 2 different versions. Let's just buy the cheaper ones. I think it's these ones right over here. I think they're just black. That's why they're cheaper, but I mean, only $3. That's so cheap. What other cheap gadgets? They got like an RGB cube here for $3. I think we can change any color. It looks really, really bright in the pictures, and often whenever you actually buy it, it's like not anywhere as bright as you thought. So I'm actually gonna buy this, and let's see if this is some false marketing or it actually is that bright. Okay, this might be the cheapest RGB strip I've ever seen. Only $1. How is it so, like, literally, how are they making money? What size is it? Okay, we're just gonna get that. 40 inches, so that's like 3 feet, like a yard. Dude, that's actually really good for, like, right under $2. That's so cheap. All right, we're on a roll with the $1 items. This is actually not an RGB completely kind of stand. It's like a random thing. It says touch sensitive USB ambient light. However, we have to get it in green because all the other colors are sold out. Only $1. I don't really care. That's so cheap. I knew TEMU was cheap, but I honestly had no idea it was this cheap. Oh, and there's actually a lot of cool things. We got like some little Joy-Cons for the controllers, 70 cents. I'm definitely gonna add that. We also have a touch sensitive lamp. We can actually test out a lot of these RGB products, $5. And this is really, really useful, especially if you're gaming on a console or like a budget PC. Even they sometimes don't have enough USB ports. So like this is really, really useful. Which one's the cheaper version? We're just gonna go with the cheapest one, 4 ports for $2. Yeah, that's definitely an add-in cart. I think we got enough of the cheap accessories for now, so let's actually just go with like some controller gadgets. Let's actually get a gaming controller. I just want to see what they have on here. They have a $40 one. That's a little bit too expensive. This one's only $11. That's so cheap. But I'm not sure if this one works on PC. It says perfect for, oh no, it does say perfect for PC, PS4, and Xbox. Let's actually see if it does work on PC. It has some RGB. It probably is not that good, but let's add this to the cart. And since we have a controller, let's actually get a controller stand. They have a lot of different options. This one's like a kind of cyberpunk theme. $2. Let's add that one. And I think we can also test out a different one. They have a lot of these kind of cool hand ones. Let me see what else they have over here. They have like a full stack over here, and it also has a little like headset stand in the back. So this one's actually really, really useful for $6. I actually am going to get this one, and they have a few different options. Let's just go with the white one over here. What else could I get? Oh, we can get some controller thumbsticks. I think we did order some, but I actually want to just compare and see which ones are the best. So they have a ton of different options over here, but let's go with these ones over here. They have a few different designs that we can actually go for. I think these ones with like these kind of whole kind of theme ones, they look kind of good, so let's add these. There's only $3. Okay, so we got keyboard, we got controller. We definitely need a gaming mouse, so let's get a cheap TEMU gaming mouse. We definitely want one with side buttons, and preferably one that's like on the cheaper side. So let me go with like light, and I want like a kind of white one with like RGB and side buttons. Okay, this one, affordable, 7-key wired. 7 key. They probably just mean 7 buttons. It does have side buttons, I can see. Yep, you can see from the video as well. It actually doesn't look that bad. Do they say how heavy it is though? I'm not sure if they actually listed how many grams it is though. They didn't list how many grams it is. I'm gonna add this one to the cart, but I'm also gonna add a different gaming mouse just so we can actually test which one I like the most. So I'm just gonna search up gaming mouse, and they also have another one that looks kind of similar. Let's go with one that has like a bunch of holes in it, just so I know that one's light. So let's go gaming mouse, lightweight. They have some that are like $20. Should we splurge on this one? Nah, $27 is too much. I'm just gonna search up with holes, and let's see if that actually pops up. Okay, honestly, this one kinda is calling my name. I mean, it's $27, but it is on a pretty good sale. I bet this one is gonna be a lot better, but we can actually test a almost $30 gaming mouse compared to the $8 one, and I'll see just how much better it is. So let's add this one, and it's like on a flash sale apparently. I don't really know how legit TEMU sales are, but let's just see how that is. Since we already have a gaming mouse and gaming keyboard, now, of course, we need a gaming mouse pad. So let's go ahead, gaming mouse pad, and let's see what they have. Ooh, this one, that actually looks kind of good. I really like that design, and that looks really purple. So we can actually test how legit that color is. I do want the bigger version of the mouse pad, so it's actually like a full size one. So let's get that. And I did also remember, since we have a gaming keyboard, let's actually get like a gaming keyboard coiled cable, because I think these look really, really nice, and I think this would just be good for the setup as well. So let's get this, and they do have here, dude, we can definitely get a like cheaper one. Dude, these are kind of expensive. I remember I've seen cheaper ones. Let's try and get one that's like under $5 over here. Which options do they have? Let me actually literally just go in the filters and put like under $5. Okay, max of 5. Okay, yep, there we go. And they have a few different colors. Since we have a purple mouse pad, let's actually just get a purple keyboard cable to match. It's only $5. Dude, these TEMU products are so cheap. Okay, this might actually be the coolest thing I've seen. It kind of is like a Minecraft theme. You can tell it definitely got ripped off. Ooh. I don't know if I want to really tape this to like my wall here. Honestly, for the video, I might at least test out the RGB because I really want to see how bright it is. It does have a lot of good reviews, so hopefully it's not ripping my wall apart. It's $10, so this is more on the pricey side. Since we're already kind of going crazy on the price, let's actually just get a gaming monitor because we're trying to build a full gaming setup over here. Okay, what is this, bro? Are we serious right now? Bro, this is so hard. What? All right, they have this one that's really, really cheap, but it's only 15 inches. So I want one that's at least like around 24 inches. And it definitely, yeah, these are too expensive. I definitely want like a cheaper one. Oh, this one looks good. $58, 22 inches. That actually looks really good. But before I order that, let me just see what other options we have for under $60. So I'm just going to go over here. We're going to go on the budget. We're going to put $60 as the max. And let's see what we got. We have this one over here. There's also that one. Ooh, okay. I think that's the best one. Yeah, okay. This one looks like the best one. It also has a lot of people that kind of bought it. It's a number 5 bestseller. 75 hertz, so it's a little bit better than a 60 hertz monitor. I wouldn't really consider this a gaming monitor, but I'm going to add this to the cart. There we go. Honestly, trying to buy 50 items is really hard. I'm just going to see what type of recommendations. They got another controller stand. I feel like we got enough, though. Oh, I need this. Dude, I love RGB products. I want to test that out. I've always wanted one of those. They got like a Minecraft bed sign. Bro, that's so sick. What else do they have here? Let's just get this first. We got like some fake plants. I need some fake plants for the setup. So let me actually just go and search up real quick fake plant because that's what I need. Oh, this is sick. Dude, they have a lot of Minecraft kind of themed ones. Let's just go with a bunch of fake plants. There we go. But you know what we need? We need some clothes. Let's get like some gaming clothes. I just want to see, bro, I'm gonna be looking like a clown, bro. I've got the goop. What even is that? Yo, I should actually get a hoodie. Yo, wait, let me actually try and find something that's like good. Let me actually just get like a men shirt. Like, what's something cool? Do they have some good shirts on TEMU? Let me actually try and find one that I would like legitimately wear. Like, this is my size, adult small. I'll buy that. Let's see if it actually is like decent. Do they have some other options? Now I'm just like shopping for myself at this point. Oh, they got one of these. I've never had one of these, but I've seen these all the time on TikTok. It's like a trash can that you keep like under your desk. Let's get this in black. I think that would be kind of good. I don't see how that would be bad. Oh wait, it's a pencil holder. Okay, wait, never mind. So I mean, I could actually use that for my desk, but let's actually get like a cool trash can now. Okay, this is actually like kind of, oh wait, this is kind of a smaller one. Do they have like a desk trash can gaming? They don't really have a necessarily gaming one, but honestly, no, I don't really want a trash can. That's boring. Oh, what we do need is a gaming headset. I forgot. We do not have that. Okay, this one's only $11. I feel like they have some really cheap ones. They have this one that's only $9. Yeah, since we're trying to get the cheapest products, let me just get this one. It's literally only $9. Add that one to the cart. And oh, you know what we need? I want to get like a purifier for like oil because that's like good. Let me go like purifier, and then they probably have some with like RGB. Let me just search up RGB. So it kind of matches his setup, or like oil diffuser. That's what it is. Oil diffuser RGB. So we're trying to get some useful stuff too. Oh, they have a lot of good ones. This one's only $7. Let's add that one to the cart. Let's get it in black. There's no way that's bad, right? Like, there's no way. And then what else can we get? Oh, we need some oil for it. Does it come with oil? Let's just see what type of oil they have. Oh my, they have so many different options for like so cheap. This one's only $5. Oh my, this one's only $2. This is probably gonna be like bad for you. This is probably like actually bad to inhale, but for the video, we'll do it. What else do I need? Oh, we can get a light bar. I'm trying to get like some like useful stuff now because we bought a bunch of really cheap things. So let's actually look for like a useful product. Okay, this one looks pretty good. These are from like official looking brands as well. This one looks like it has some better reviews. So let's actually go with this. Looks kind of decent. What else can we get? Is there like, I want to get some like useful stuff here. Oh, we definitely want a digital clock. Okay, that would actually be really cool. Let's see what type of like digital clocks they have for the setup, or like a cool one for the desk. Okay, this pixel screen has been calling my name the whole time. I remember I saw this earlier. I'm gonna order this one. That one looks really, really cool. And let me search up digital clock for desk. Let's go with that. for room. Okay, wait, this one actually has a stand as well. This one's pink though. I don't really want a pink one. Okay, let's just go with this one. This one has like RGB and it's white. This one actually looks really, really sick. Let's add that to the cart. We only have 2 more items we can get. We need to make these items count. What are the last 2 items we can get? Oh my gosh, a mini fridge is so good. Oh my gosh, let me see what type of mini fridges they have. That would be so good. Okay, this one's kind of pricey, $45. Yo, let's go with this one. This one's only 35 bucks. Yo, this is actually sick. Okay, 49 items and we're at $435. I feel that the last part has to be a gaming PC. It's only right. The last one has to be a gaming PC. Okay, honestly, let's kind of go crazy for this video. I'm going to set a budget of 500 to 400. I really want to try and get a good budget gaming PC for this video. Any that has RGB and like looks neat. Okay, this right here. This is going to be the PC. I have bought one similar to that in the past, but I don't think I bought one with these specs, and this actually looks like a gaming PC. It still has a keyboard and mouse. We have a dedicated graphics card. It says a Core i5 with up to 3.6 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD. What are the reviews? Number 3 best selling. It has 13 of them sold. Let's add this to the cart. So almost $900 for 50 products. I mean, if I actually remove this gaming PC, how much was it? $400 for almost 50 products is not that bad at all. But of course, we are going to be adding this gaming PC just so we have a full gaming setup. And let's just order everything and see how good it really is, or how bad it really is. After potentially wasting $500 on TEMU, I waited weeks for everything to arrive. This is by far the biggest unboxing I have ever done, and I honestly don't even know where I really should start. I'm literally just gonna choose a random product first, and this is our Minecraft lamp. I really love the design of the packaging. It almost looks like an official Minecraft product, and you wouldn't think it's from TEMU. And taking it out, oh my gosh, it's literally in a bunch of pieces. This is, okay, wait, honestly, never mind. So the main part of it is actually all in one piece. I was not about to assemble everything, but this actually looks really, really cool. And we do have a few pieces. So let me just put this all together and see how this looks. But honestly, it looks really, really good, even just like this. So I just got the chain set up, and all you have to do is literally set the chain on this, and then I just need to actually connect it onto the lamp. So here is how the Minecraft lamp actually looks, and when you actually put it on this, it looks very, very good. Obviously, you would have to actually mount this to a wall, and I am not gonna do that because I'm not trying to damage my wall in case it rips the paint off, but I actually really like how this looks. However, the main part about it is it's actually RGB, so let's see how bright it really looks. So over here on the bottom, you have the power switch, and it does have a few different colors. We have red, basically all the normal colors, and it actually looks pretty bright, more bright than I expected. And we actually have even a little remote over here that we can actually use to really change the color. So if we wanted like a little bit of a purple, this looks sick. This actually looks really, really good, and it's way brighter than I expected. So I actually really like this, and I'm definitely gonna put this on my shelf. This is a really cool product from TEMU. Next, this pixel display really caught my eye. It looks really, really good, and you can also use it as an alarm clock. So let's see how good it really is. Honestly, for TEMU especially, this was not that cheap at all, so I'm actually expecting the quality of this to be pretty good. So peeling this off over here, we do have the full kind of LED stand, or whatever you want to call it, and we have a little bit of a stand over here. All we have to do is plug it into the back of the actual frame, and just like that, we now have the frame actually standing up. And if we power it on, does it have any battery? I actually don't think it has a battery because they have a cable. I thought this was a charging cable, but I actually think you need to have this plugged in. Now you can actually see a display, and this actually looks really, really good. You have a few different designs you can actually see over on it. On camera, it looks like it's actually kind of having a glitch effect, but it doesn't actually have that in real life. It does make it look pretty cool. There are quite a few different ones you can actually use. I actually think inside of your setup, or if you had this on a shelf, this is really, really cool, and honestly, it's way brighter than I expected. Plus, you can really play around with this and really get it fully customized. There are so many different designs if you actually download their app that you can choose from. So honestly, this is a really, really cool product and gonna be really cool for like a setup decoration. decoration. Next, we have our TEMU controller, and this literally looks like a Walmart or literally TEMU version of an Xbox controller. It's called the XB36004. It is a wired controller. However, the main reason I bought it is it was extremely cheap, and let's actually feel the actual quality of it. So it already has the wire on it. Honestly, not that bad, and I will say, looks-wise, I don't think it looks that bad at all. You don't have any buttons over on the back at all, but you do get a little bit of a headphone port over there. And honestly, for gaming, if you just needed a second controller and you wanted one on a budget, this actually feels really, really good. It does have a few kind of random buttons on it that I've never really seen, but yeah, you can definitely tell it's based on an Xbox controller, just kind of based on the buttons that it has. However, two of the things we did buy were some Joy-Cons, and I'm actually very curious to see how these fit on the controller and also how they feel. So first of all, we got these two tiny like red ones. Let's just wrap that around. Does it actually fit flush or no? Okay, it actually fits perfectly on the controller, as you guys can see, and it genuinely helps a lot. Like, I can feel on my right thumb with this thumbstick, it actually is like very, very like good and grippy on it, and then the other one's more slippery. So I actually think that's really good. However, we did also get this other version, so let me see if these ones are also just as good. So with this one, we do have 4. However, let's see if this one also fits easily on this controller. I think these Joy-Cons are literally the exact same size as a normal Xbox controller. Okay, these ones are way bigger though, that's for sure. Okay, already fitting these on, these ones are way worse. They're actually like, it does not really sit that flush with it. I can literally feel like I legit just pulled it off by playing around with the Joy-Cons. So yeah, this 4-pack that I bought is absolutely horrible, but these other ones are actually really, really good. And I'm gonna add the other one on this controller because I actually really like it. Just like that, we got our fake Xbox controller completely decked out, and it was also super cheap. I really think this is a good purchase if you're on a budget. I was expecting the box of this floor lamp to be way bigger. It honestly is not that big at all, so we might have just got scammed here. Okay, so inside it is just in a bunch of pieces, and this is like the most cheap kind of feeling tubes. I can literally, like, I'm just gonna show you guys. I don't really want to like fully break it, but yeah, it's like very easy to fold. Like, these are literally like the cheapest and like thinnest plastic I've ever felt. Okay, so this is literally horrible. It's so cheap. It's just an RGB strip, like a normal one going through the entire tube. And yeah, nah, this thing is genuinely horrible. All right, so it looks like you do have a base here, and all you have to do is actually slide that on just like so. And then you're gonna have to route this entire RGB strip through all of these tubes, which is just gonna take forever because look at how hard that is. I don't even know if you can see on camera just how hard that would be to route this, because like, how are you even supposed to route that? This is just a whole complicated mess, and these tubes are so cheap. Like, bro, the quality on this, I'm not trying to like make it snap. It's just horrible. Height-wise though, if I actually do put all these tubes together, it isn't that bad at all when it's fully put together, as you guys can see. However, what I do want to test is just the brightness of this RGB strip. I don't have it routed through the entire thing, clearly, because it's literally hanging out. But I just want to see how bright this is and if it even is something I could ever recommend, because it just honestly feels very, very cheap and like horrible quality. Okay, so honestly, not that bad. I was expecting way worse. It definitely is doing the job, as you guys can see, and we do have a remote over here as well. I don't think, yeah, they don't give us batteries, so you would actually need to buy your own batteries because they didn't include any. But yeah, I mean, if you really want a lampstand that's super, super cheap and, I mean, don't really care about the quality, then this definitely could be something you would get. But yeah, you're literally able to like fold this. It's, yeah, it's just really bad quality. Do not recommend it. Hopefully this RGB product is a little bit better. It's called the LED Matrix panel, and it basically is like a foldable RGB strip that kind of has like a custom unique like hexagon design. So opening it up, it is very, very basic, and okay, it actually is kind of small, I'm not gonna lie. So this is the actual RGB panel itself, and as you guys can see, it is flimsy. That's exactly the whole point. However, let's plug it in and see how it looks, because I've never seen something like this. What I do like is look at how long this cable is. That's actually very good. I never see cheap products have like long cables. So let's plug this in and let's just see how bright this is. Okay, it actually turns out there is a switch on the cable. Okay, now, all right, there we go. that actually looks really, really good. I'm actually not just saying this. This is way better quality than I expected in terms of like how bright it is. It's not like a huge kind of like thing. I don't really know what the use case of this would be. You could probably just like slap this onto your gaming PC side panel, because it also does have a little bit of like double-sided tape that you could use. Or I think this is just pretty much useful for like sticking to something. And if you actually use their app, you could fully like customize this completely. So honestly, this is way better than the previous RGB product for sure. Next, for one of the most important parts of the setup is our really cheap 22-inch gaming monitor. It is 144 Hertz, so the performance on this monitor should be really good. Okay, taking this monitor out of the box, it is definitely very, very tiny. We have the power cable with the actual screwdriver, manual, the monitor feet, the monitor arm, and we also have the power cable, and under here is the monitor itself. And checking the monitor, the screen looks to be in perfect condition, no cracks or anything at all. Honestly, for the price we got this, it's looking pretty good. So now that the paper is off, you guys can get a better look at the monitor. All the bezels around it are very, very thin, and the only thick part is like this bottom bar, but even this isn't thick, so it honestly looks like a very modern screen, and I just am really curious how the screen quality on it is. But overall, it looks really, really good. Let's just quickly attach the monitor arm, which should be pretty easy. It looks like it is just 2 screws, which is why they gave us this screwdriver. And just like that, our monitor stand is now put together. The only adjustability you do get is the tilt. You don't get any side to side or like up and down. However, for the price of it, and considering like it is still a good performing monitor, assuming it works, I actually think this is pretty good. And I definitely will be using this in the gaming setup, because I'm very interested to see how good it really is. I completely forgot what this even is. This is actually our Minecraft light switch. Yeah, no, this thing is literally horrible. I think what you have to do is put the light switch on this, and then you can kind of flicker it up and down. But my lights in my room, because I guess it's like a newer type of house or whatever, they don't build light switches like that anymore, so this thing literally is not gonna work. Maybe I should have thought about that, but honestly, if someone was actually trying to buy this and use this for their own light switch though, I wouldn't even recommend it. It feels very, very cheap and just horrible print quality. It literally is just 3D printed. That's all this is. Moving on to the keyboard though, we have the KL61 mechanical keyboard, and I'm actually very interested to see how the actual typing is on this keyboard, because it was so cheap. So quick typing test. Honestly, pretty good. I really like the all white color scheme. It looks very, very clean, and let's plug it in to see just how bright it is. I also do really like when they have these kind of nice touches where they added a color matched cable. So instead of adding like a black cable, they added a white one. So I actually really like that. So the keyboard RGB is actually way brighter than I thought, and it has this like really cool pattern of RGB. Dude, for the price we paid on this keyboard, it is very, very basic. There literally is nothing else inside of the box except a manual, but dude, the keyboard does its job. It sounds really good. It's a mechanical gaming keyboard, and yeah, there's honestly nothing to complain about it. So I think this is gonna be really good for the setup. And to pair with the keyboard, of course, we did also get this custom coiled cable, which looks pretty cool. I actually like this kind of purple design of it. It doesn't feel like that bad quality either. Let's just plug it in. I think all you have to do is connect these, and once those are connected, all you have to do is kind of tighten that. And honestly, I think this color purple fits perfectly with this keyboard. Like, dude, this just upgraded the keyboard and the looks of it way more. This does not look like some kind of TEMU random cheap combo. This actually looks really, really good. Like genuinely, this is really, really cool, and I think completely elevated our keyboard and mouse peripheral like space. But we also did get gaming mouse pad, and this obviously will really elevate it even more, because it's not only gonna add color to our gaming setup, but it all color matches. So completely unfolding this, okay, yo, I mean, it definitely is a TEMU mouse pad. The print quality on it kind of sucks. It looks very, very blurry. And I'm not gonna lie, it just feels very, very cheap. It doesn't feel that good quality, but on camera, when you're actually not really seeing it in person, it looks really, really good. And let's put our keyboard and mouse with our cable on it. Dude, that looks really, really nice. Everything looks color matched. We kind of have like a white and purple theme, really, really looking nice. Seriously, I am very, very impressed with with these specific products, the mouse pad could be better. However, to really test the mouse pad out, also I do need to get our mouse, which is called the G11, and this is a lightweight wireless mouse, so I'm really hoping this is actually good because it will match really good with the setup. And taking this out of the box, bro, what? This is actually looking really good. I actually really love the way this looks. It has even 3 side buttons over here on the side, and doing the clicks, they not only sound pretty good, but the quality of this mouse is just very good. And I do have to say, they did not lie about the marketing. It feels very lightweight. However, it also does feel good quality. Like, it doesn't feel like I can like literally, actually, if I really tried, I might be able to like kind of bend the mouse a little bit, but it doesn't feel like that bad quality. No one's gonna really be doing that. And gaming on this, dude, it actually moves very nicely on this mouse pad. Like, dude, this entire keyboard and mouse kind of combo we got going on over here is really good. It's really cool, and it has like this really unique design inside of here. And honestly, I have to say, this might be the best things we bought for the entire setup. Everything here looks really good. Like, on camera, this keyboard and mouse setup is genuinely way better than I expected. We also are able to customize our keyboard with some of these custom keycaps if we really want to spice it out. I will say the keycaps just feel like normal keycaps. Let's actually pull one of these off, and it looks like we do have blue clicky keycaps on this. And which one? I think I'm going to use this AR looking one, so let's put that on. And yeah, dude, these keycaps do the job, and they fit perfectly fine. Just immediately fit on this keyboard. I didn't have to cut or customize anything. So yeah, if you want some good cheap like custom keycaps, you definitely could check these out. These are actually pretty cool, and it just makes your keyboard more unique, so I actually really like these. But one of the most important parts of any gaming and especially streaming setup is your microphone, and this is basically really reminding me to Razer. It literally looks like a TEMU version of a Razer microphone. So let's pull this out of the box, and it actually is completely set up already for us. The cable is attached, and the cable, another plus, very long cable. So if we want to really take cable management seriously on our gaming setup, this is like really good. And as you guys can see, we also do have RGB. It isn't too bright on this. I'm not too sure how much of a fan I am about like this RGB. It makes it look kind of like tacky. I don't really like how it looks on this, but I think some people definitely might really like it. Like, it might be your taste, and you do get a nice volume dial on this microphone as well. However, the main thing is the sound quality, which I will test out later. On the bottom here, you do have some extra controls to actually customize this, but dude, honestly, this is exactly what you would want. You have a microphone that's on a stand, and as long as the sound quality is good, it looks decent. I think it looks unique, and you also do have a little bit of adjustability on the stand. You can easily tilt it up and down, and I think, yeah, you can also tilt it side to side as well. So yeah, that actually is really cool. I think for the price we paid, this is pretty good. This basketball hoop is honestly extremely random. You basically can just use it to kind of have like your pencils or any highlighters on your desk. I think it looks cooler than like a normal pencil stand. Let me just feel the quality of this. So inside, there literally is nothing at all. There's not even a manual, so it is very cheap. It is just plasticky, and I mean, there's really not much else to say about it, but I mean, dude, it's just a kind of cool product. It actually does look kind of cool in your setup, especially if you are a huge basketball fan. Let's say you have like some basketball posters up and you just want to spice up your desk setup where you do homework. I think this is really something cool. And the quality of it, yes, it's cheap, but like, you do get what you paid for, and it is exactly what I expected. There's not like some bad. It is a little bit better than I expected though, because there's not like some bad lines in like the print, or like it's not falling apart. So honestly, if you're a huge basketball fan, I would definitely recommend getting this. Next up though, we have a 3D creative visual lamp. I completely forgot what this is. I have no idea what like half these products are because it's been so long since I ordered them. Okay, so let's see how this looks. This is like the little CSGO sign we got. It's super easy to set up. All you have to do is actually peel off this little backing they have. And once you have that peeled off, all you have to do is actually attach this bottom end over onto your actual stand, just like that. And then we do have a cable inside of here to actually plug it in. And basically the main thing I'm actually just curious with this is how bright it is, because a lot of these cheaper products have like really bad RGB, so That's really the main thing of this. The cable for this is extremely short, so that is something I really don't like. But if we actually tap this button over here, you do have all the kind of basic colors. If it's actually against me, you can see it a little bit easier, because when it's bright, it's like a little bit hard to see. It's a little bit see-through, but you do get all the basic colors. The bad thing about it though is you basically only can see the RGB in the center, because over here on the sides there really isn't enough RGB to kind of see it. It does get kind of dim near the edges here, so I guess if you were really a huge fan of CSGO, you could get this. But yeah, I would say that for me at least, this is definitely a pass. I don't think it's that good. It is kind of cool though, but the only positive was it was cheap, I guess, if you're really counting that. Okay, this looks really cool. It is a desk ambient light, and it looks like we got a lot of RGB products, but all that we have is the lamp that already is right over here, and then we have the cable. So let's plug this in. Again, pretty short cable, so if you have this on your setup, it might be kind of hard to cable manage it. But again, when it's plugged in, yeah, the RGB or like the light on it is not that bright at all. You do have all the kind of basic colors, but I will say that basically is a trend for all these RGB products. They basically work if you want something very cheap, and they are way cheaper compared to getting like an actual Govee lamp stand, which is like one of the most popular brands here. But yeah, I would say it's not too bright. However, dude, it literally does exactly what you bought it for. You wanted an RGB lamp stand, or like, what do they even call it, a desk ambient light, and it literally does its job perfectly fine. It's not falling apart. The quality, oh, kind of popped. I thought I just broke it, but yeah, I mean, the quality of it is actually not that bad. You do get what you paid for, and I actually think it's pretty cool. You also do have a lot of different effects and different colors you can choose from. So for me, I would actually kind of recommend this, because I actually think for the price, it's definitely worth it. But I have no idea what's in both of these small packages at all. Okay, so we have, okay, literally what could be in this tiny like brown box. This is the size of my thumb. It just says LED. Oh my, it's literally like a USB like LED light. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to show this to you guys. I literally forgot I bought this. It might be very hard to actually see this on camera, but plugging it in, does it work? Oh my, it literally worked for a second and then it turned off. I'm not even joking. You guys can see it flash for a second and then it turns off. So yeah, there's not even like a controller or anything. So this thing is literally a piece of junk. It probably was like $1 though. So yeah, like this is just worthless. And inside of here, it looks like we do have our USB hub. I think more than anything, this is just like one of the most useful things you could get, especially if you're on a laptop, or even if you're on a console or like a cheaper end PC. They a lot of the times don't have that many actual USB slots, and I think this is perfect because you'll be able to plug in like your keyboard, mouse, microphone, headset, and then you have all the other USBs in case you wanted to use one for your key light or anything like that. So this is very useful, and the fact that you actually have these switches on each of them to turn them on and off. So if you had like your lamp or something plugged into this, you could just flip this switch and it would turn your lamp on or off just like that. So this is definitely something I would highly recommend buying. Bringing back the controller, we also do have these other thumb grips. These ones are the coolest looking ones because they kind of remind me of Hulk. I think that's kind of what they're based on because it has like the Hulk smash on them. But let's test the quality of these out because I know some of you guys would be interested. Yeah, no, these are horrible. Literally don't get these. They instantly, like, it's on the Joy-Con. Like, literally, it's completely on the Joy-Con, and moving it around, if I actually, like, use enough force, they just fall off. So, yeah, these ones are, like, just don't buy these. I do not recommend these at all. What could be inside of this brown box? There are so many random things that I ordered. I genuinely have no clue. All right, so this definitely looks like a little bit. Oh, is this like a Minecraft plant? Oh my, okay, wait, this looks sick. I did not realize I got so many Minecraft themed items. I think it's very easy to set up. All we have to do is put this plant together just like that. And this definitely is 3D printed. It is like very thin 3D printed, but the 3D print on this is actually not that bad. Plugging this in or like kind of putting these things together just like that. We have the actual stem connected to the pot. They literally just click in place very easily. And then clipping these on, you do have to be a little bit mindful that you don't break it because it is like 3D printed. Bro, that is so sick. I actually am going to use this in my setup, like genuinely, or on a shelf. This is something I would highly recommend. It literally like is just a really cool decoration. If I am being really nitpicky, you can see some imperfections on the 3D print, but honestly, I don't really really care at all. And this is just a really, really cool product. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. And since we're talking about plants, we might as well also test out these fake plants we bought from TEMU. I always use these in my setup, so honestly, I don't really care about like how cheap they are. This actually doesn't seem that bad. For this one, it is very, very simple. You just plug it in. I don't really know how they could mess these up. Okay, this one though is a little bit like too cheap for me. Like literally look at it. Inside, this just looks horrible. Like this one, I don't like at all. If I even like spread the roots up a little bit, it does look a little bit better, but this just looks really, really cheap. I mean, if you wanted a cheap plant, I think you can find some better ones on Amazon, but this one actually is really, really cool. I definitely am gonna use this on one of my shelves, and as you guys can see, they have a little bit of grass over here. It just kind of looks like a nice, I guess, like Japanese tree kind of vibe to it. So I actually really do like this plant. I'm honestly so excited to see how this is. I always drink Coke, so I really hope this is actually good because I'll genuinely use this. And then I can have my Diet Cokes, of course, right next to me, frozen in the fridge. So I'm actually very curious to see if this is good. Okay, so far it seems to all be in one piece, so that is a good sign. Okay, actually not that bad looking. I want to really see how it looks inside, but there is no cable inside the box. I'm assuming it's inside. It better be inside. So yeah, as soon as we open it up, we can see that we do have the actual cable for this, and there is a decent amount of space inside of here where you definitely could fit a Coke or something like that if you really wanted to. And you do have a little shelf that you are able to take out, but I do like having that kind of like divide it. Dude, this is actually really cool. Let's plug it in and just make sure it's really working. Because yeah, that's the main part. It does. Oh my, wait, this is actually so sick. You also do get 2 different chargers, so you can use this in your car. This is literally like a car plug. Like, I think this is called a cigarette port, so you could literally use this inside of your car. And you are also able to normally plug it into a wall, so that's actually very nice that they literally gave you 2 different ways to like charge it or use it. All right, so I have it plugged in, and oh my, wait, I forgot it's RGB. Wait, I completely forgot. Okay, that's actually so sick. So if we turn it on, dude, that infinity effect genuinely looks really, really good. Like, bro, that actually looks absolutely amazing, and you are able to peer through it as well with that like little kind of window. And over here on the back, you do have all the controls for it. You do have like a little on switch, but let's actually put it on cool. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I can feel the fan kick on, so it actually definitely will work. Bro, this is sick. Yeah, I can literally feel it kind of getting cold inside of here, bro. This might be the coolest thing I've ever bought from TEMU. Like, dude, this thing is genuinely so sick. I definitely am going to be using this to actually cool my Diet Cokes, bro. This thing is definitely a 10 out of 10 recommended from me. Like most of the products here, I completely forgot what this is. It literally is just a little, like, arcade thing inside of here. I don't even know why I bought this. I was literally about to like take this out, but it definitely is supposed to be inside of this plastic. Honestly, this is just a really random decoration. Or wait, it might low-key be a keycap. Okay, wait, no, you're definitely meant to open it. Okay, so all this is, it literally is just a keycap. So let's get this on our keyboard and test it out. Okay, so taking off our original custom keycap, all this needs to do is literally just fit on. Make sure it stays on. Yup, there you go. Okay, bro, that actually is really, really cool. It literally sticks up above every other key, so obviously you're not going to put this on like WASD, but as your escape key, I actually think that's really, really cool, and it literally fits perfectly fine. Like, I'm spamming it, and it's not like falling off or anything at all, so I actually really do like this switch. One of the most useful things you can get for your setup is a headset stand, but this one is not a normal one. It's a little bit spiced up because it does have RGB. That basically is the theme of TEMU with this setup. Everything needs RGB, like literally everything here. Okay, all right, so setting it up is extremely easy. You literally just slide everything in place just like so, and as usual, let's test out the RGB and see how bright it is. Okay, so the cable on this is very, very thin. I do have to point that out, but once it is plugged in, we are able to see the RGB. You have this switch over here on the middle to switch all the colors. It's exactly the same like the other products. If you're going for a premium brand or like spending like $50-$60 on like a Razer RGB like headset stand, the RGB is going to be way, way better and way brighter. But dude, if you just want a cheap alternative, you literally cannot go wrong with this. And dude, I mean, it's just a headset stand. It's going to fit perfectly fine. And I do love the all white kind of color scheme of it. We do have a really nice white setup we are going to build with this. There's no way this is a mouse pad. Bro, okay, yeah, no, this is a carpet. I remember ordering this, but this looks like horrible quality. Even on camera, it looks better than it does in person. They literally printed the name of the guy that made this, Virgil Albo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. They literally just straight up printed this on it. Yeah, it feels very, very bad quality. It does have a cool design over on the back, but yeah, it's just very, very cheap. And I think if you actually had this as a rug, it literally has no grip. It just slides like so easily, just even with one finger. This thing is like really, really bad. I would not recommend this at all. I honestly think at this point I have enough things to make an entire Minecraft setup, but this is actually really cool. It does look a little bit better on camera than it does in person. It is pretty thin. It is a very, very thin layer of wood. Like, I'll just show you guys. This is me like barely putting any force. It literally is about a snap. Obviously, I don't want to snap it, but you do get your rope over here. All you have to do is kind of guide this, and then you can just put like some pins and hang this on your door. And then as a bedroom sign, I think this is really, really cool. Like, I think a lot of you guys would actually really like this because I know a lot of you guys do love Minecraft, and it is very, very like affordable. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. It's just a cool, unique product, especially if you're like a huge Minecraft fan. Now, we do have two brown boxes over here. No idea what these are at all, as usual, because I ordered way too many items. I'm quickly learning that. But we do have a little bit of RGB. I'm assuming this is some type of RGB product because like everything here has been RGB. Okay, so inside of here, ooh, okay, this is actually like our RGB. I think this was like an RGB spinning blade, or is it just like an RGB lamp? I kind of forgot. Okay, so this actually looks to be like a monitor headlamp. That's exactly what this looks like. Let me plug this in, and I think we should just be able to test out how bright it is. So this is just really useful if you have it on top of your monitor and you're doing homework or something on your setup, and you can change like the colors of it and everything. But this just helps if you're like working late at night, 2 a.m. grinding out your homework, and you need some light. All right, so it is now plugged in, and let's actually power it on. Okay, I mean, dude, it's not that bright, but if you're in a fully dark room, this actually should do its job. You can change it from like more of a white to a more warm kind of color. I think it's just decent. I wouldn't like go out of my way to buy this though, personally. It does kind of move quite a lot on this, and it just feels very, very cheap. But if you just want a very, very budget-friendly like monitor lamp, I think this is definitely something you could like kind of consider. Inside of this box though, it might be, what is this? Literally, what is this? Okay, this is like, bro, I don't even know what this is. Oh, okay, this is actually very, very useful. It literally is just like a controller stand. All we have to do, kind of slide it on like so. And yeah, you have a 3-layer controller stand, which is really, really good. Let's grab our controller and see how good it is. So we have our TEMU controller, and does it fit? Yup, there we go. Literally fits perfectly fine. We can kind of move the cable over there on the side. Dude, for how cheap that is, like, I mean, like everything in this setup was so cheap, but like, dude, that's perfectly fine. And you can store up to 3 controllers, and you do have quite a lot of space. So I assume basically any controller, if you have a PS4, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo, anything like that, it would fit. So highly, highly recommend this actually. This is very useful and will also keep your desk really, really clean. So this is definitely a huge upgrade that you can get. This looks more like a blanket or something. I'm not sure why I actually bought this. Oh, I remember, this is our BMW carpet. Okay, wait. It is not good quality, but this thing is sick. Dude, okay, wait, on camera, this thing actually looks really, really cool. I might genuinely use this like right in front of my mirror. Like, dude, this is just really, really cool. I will say it's not like the best quality. It does feel good. It feels like kind of nice and fuzzy. On the back over here, it kind of has the same issue going on where it just slides around a lot. Like it doesn't seem like it's gonna stay in one place at all. It's gonna always be moving. But bro, I actually really do like this a lot. I mean, I am just definitely very, very biased. This is a BMW M4. I love BMWs and I literally have one. So yeah, I am definitely a little bit biased on this one. I genuinely really needed one of these. This is basically an aroma diffuser, and we also did get an entire kit, which feels very, very heavy, by the way, and a full kit of like a bunch of essential oils. So let's just take this out. Of course, it does have RGB, but that's not the main reason I bought it at all. Feeling it, it's pretty cheap. It does have a Type-C connector, but they literally didn't give us they legit did not give us a cable for this. Are you kidding me? Oh no, okay, wait, never mind. As soon as I pull it up, of course it fully like comes out. So again, this seems like an issue with all these cheap products. Very, very tiny cable, like not long at all. So it's gonna be kind of hard to cable manage. But let's test out how it looks over here on the back. We do have the power, I think. Yup. Okay, honestly, I don't really care about how bright that is. Dude, I don't even know if you guys can see that. But assuming it works, this is actually exactly what I need. All you have to do is actually take this apart, and then you fill the inside in with water, but we don't have any essential oils that came with this, which is why it's good we actually bought some right over here. This is one of the products that I'm definitely not actually going to use in my setup. I'm literally going to use this in my kitchen to make my kitchen smell really good, because your boy hasn't been doing his dishes and it does stink a little bit. I remember we had so many different like aromas here. Oh my gosh, bro. We have jasmine, white tea, orange, lily, freesia. What is this? Rose. Let me smell rose real quick. Bro, this is actually really good. Oh my, wait, that actually smells kind of good. I genuinely kind of like this. This probably is like very bad to inhale. Okay, jasmine also smelled good. Okay, this probably isn't the best thing to like always have in my house, because it probably isn't that good to inhale this, but they do smell good. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really do like these. I might buy some more natural ones, but yeah, I mean, you do get what you pay for, and I'm actually very excited to use this. I genuinely am gonna use this in my house. On this box, it just says Urizons. I'm pretty sure these might be the earbuds if I had to guess. Are these the earbuds? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the earbuds. Okay, wait, yo. They look really, really cool. Like, I actually do like the design of them. Obviously, the sound quality of these are going to be probably horrible, but let's actually quickly try and put these on. Which one is right? Okay, this is left and this is right. Let's just quickly try and put this in. Okay, so honestly, having these in, they genuinely fit pretty good, and you also do get a bunch of different kind of ear tips to match like your perfect like ear size. So for how cheap these are really, really good, and we will definitely have to test out the real sound quality of these when we actually like plug it in. I think these are going to sound like a tin can. If it doesn't sound like a tin can though, that is a huge pass in my books. Okay, so we have another really tiny item. Honestly, a lot of the tiny items have not been hitting that good, especially that like random USB stick. I literally got scammed completely off of that. I don't even know what this is. Oh, okay, this is just another kind of essential oil. I forgot that I ordered quite a lot. Let me just see what actual like scent this is. So this is raspberry, and it actually says it's a natural fragrance oil. So this is one I would recommend using. Oh my gosh, I'm actually probably gonna use this. Let me see if it smells good. As long as it smells good. Honestly, not that bad, but also kind of mid. But it might be because it's natural. I think it's low-key better I use this compared to the other ones, because the other ones are probably gonna make me sick if I inhale that too much. I'm assuming this is another RGB product, just kind of with all these colors over here. That literally is like 90% of the products in this kind of TEMU unboxing. Oh, this is definitely just like that really, really short RGB strip. Yeah, this is just a normal kind of RGB strip. It is 3 feet, but it was kind of cheap. And I guess if you want to add this behind your monitor, that's what I would mainly recommend this for. Let's just make sure it works and see how bright it is, because those are like the two most important things. Genuinely is way brighter than I thought, and as you guys can see, since it is kind of on the cheaper side, like each of these bulbs are like kind of spaced out quite a bit, so you're not going to get like a lot of RGB if you have this on something. But like, dude, it's literally exactly what you would need. And let's just make sure the remote works on this. Okay, so it actually looks like the remote is literally dead. Like, I'm not even joking, it's not even turning on at all. So they just sent me a remote with a dead battery, so you would need to buy a battery. So that kind of does suck. I mean, it was really cheap though, and if you change the battery, it should work. So honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't rate it like a 10 out of 10, but it's kind of just a normal RGB strip. Hopefully this RGB strip is better. It says neon flexible RGB light strip. Plugging this in. Oh, okay. It has a ton of like attachments for us to actually like literally screw this into the wall and guide it. But this actually looks very high quality. Like, it's an entire like RGB like rope over here. Let me just take take these out so we can actually see the full length. All right, so there we go. Oh my, yo, this thing is really, really long. Let me actually plug this in. Okay, this definitely is a lot better in my opinion. It obviously was more expensive, but as you guys can see, like there's RGB working throughout the whole entire rope here. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there literally is a like thing where you can use to like actually change all the colors. You can like change the effects on this. Dude, this is really, really cool. And they give you all the mounting equipment you need to actually route this like around your door. What I always did with things like this is Govee has something very similar. You can wrap it around your door, and then once you have it wrapped around your door, you can kind of put little like thumbtacks all around so you don't have to like actually like drill into your wall. But dude, this is actually really, really good. I do like this neon like RGB rope a lot. This really, really caught my eye. It is an RGB cube, and I think this is going to be perfect on our actual setup. If we actually take this out, we do have the cube, which feeling it. Okay, it obviously is not glass, even though it looks like glass. It's just like clear plastic. The cable is already attached to it, and like usual, it is very, very short. And bro, we literally are gonna have so many RGB controllers. I don't even know how I'm supposed to like control all these things. All right, seriously, I will have to say this is way brighter than I expected. We have a power switch over here on the front, which also acts as like a little kind of thing that we can use to change the color. Dude, purple, this looks sick. I actually really, really like this. And it is like obviously plastic over here. It's trying to like look like it's wood. As you guys can see, it's trying to like replicate wood, but honestly I think it looks pretty good. And I mean, bro, this actually, compared to a lot of the RGB products we have bought off of TEMU, this one I could definitely like recommend this one. But this is actually a completely different type of RGB lamp. It's called the LED starry projection light. So I think this is more so meant to like kind of reflect off of your roof. So this is actually very important that this is bright, because if this is bright, then the whole reflection is just gonna be horrible. And yo, this might be the shortest cable we've got yet, bro. This is like 1 foot, literally like so short. And once it's plugged in, okay, wait, yo, this is actually bright. As you guys can see, when I'm pointing it against the setup, it's very, very hard to see, but that literally is just because I have so much light inside of this room. So even like if you had a really good projector with all this light, it's very, very hard to project stuff. But, and of course we do have another RGB kind of remote over here, and it should work. Yep, the power button works and all the different modes work. So if you want like a solid kind of color, we have like a solid purple. I actually think this looks really cool. This thing I could recommend again. So it actually seems like we're on a roll with the RGB TEMU products. Judging by the box on this, I think this might be, oh yeah, we did order 2 different gaming mice already. I will say, unboxing this one reminds me to almost like the Razer Death Adder. It's about the same size and also the same weight, same shape, and it literally has like the exact same design as the side buttons. Moving it around, it doesn't actually feel that bad, and clicking on it, I would say the clicks on this mouse feel actually pretty good, better than the first mouse we unboxed, but I like the second mouse, like the shape, design, the weight, and the second mouse is also wireless and feels lighter. So honestly, I like the other one more, but as usual, RGB time. RGB on this definitely does get a pass. Pretty cool mouse. It literally looks like they kind of like copied the Razer Death Adder though. That's legit what this looks like, and they just slapped like a Scorpion logo instead of like the Razer logo, which looks very, very similar. But yeah, if you, I guess, want a TEMU version of the Razer Death Adder, this is the perfect mouse that you can get. I know I got a lot of RGB products, but this is one that's genuinely useful. Having a clock on your setup, yes, you always do have the clock on like your, I guess, PC, but you could also put this on your nightstand. That's actually what I would recommend doing. Very easy to set up. I think all we have to do is literally slide this on. Just like that, we have the stand completely set up. There are so many cables. We just have so many RGB products with this. What's cool about this is you also do get a battery on this, so you don't always have to plug it in. You basically will have to like change the battery out probably like every 6 months if you actually like wanted to use it battery powered. I would just actually use a cable, so then you never have to worry about that. But dude, I mean, the quality of this feels very good, and if I'm trying to bend it, it literally does not bend. Like, it's actually very, very good quality. And over here on the back, you do get a ton of different buttons for like a bunch of different customizability. Like, you can set your alarm, set the time, I think also change the color. There's literally a button with an arrow saying color, and you also do get a remote. However, this remote actually looks kind of good quality. It doesn't look like all the other other RGB ones, this actually looks like a very good quality product. This looks really, really cool. Obviously, you will have to actually set the time, but it does have a little bit of RGB over here on the bottom of the stand. Right now, it's on red, but we can actually change the color of this. Oh, even the actual like numbers change. Wait, this is actually something I would highly recommend. This thing is so sick. Yo, TEMU low-key does have some very hit or miss items. That's exactly why you guys are watching this video. If you want something to spice up your shelf, gaming setup, nightstand, anything like that, and you need a new alarm clock or something, definitely would highly recommend this. This is actually a very, like, really good purchase, I would say. It might be kind of hard to beat the last alarm clock, but this one also looks really, really cool. The only thing I will say is it does look smaller than I expected it to be. Let me actually take my phone out, and if I place it, okay, with my phone on it, it literally fits perfectly fine. Let's plug this in and we will be able to test out not only the RGB, but also see how the lamp like turns on. And we can also test out the charger and make sure that works, because that's like very important if you're buying this. Okay, I actually think this one doesn't have a like RGB controller, which honestly I'm completely fine with. How do you change the, oh, there you go. So you have literally all the basic kind of like rainbow colors. You have a bunch of different effects here. Dude, really, really cool. And of course, you also do get the little alarm clock over here. Right now, the time is wrong, obviously, because it's not set up. But the RGB goes throughout the entire design, so they actually didn't clickbait it. This is actually completely legit. And now, the one thing, it's a little bit hard to show because the cable is so short with this. Placing my phone, yup. It's very hard to see, but my phone did turn on immediately because it actually was plugged in and charging. So, dude, this might even be more useful compared to the other one, because you get RGB, you get a phone charger, alarm clock, and it also just looks very, very sick. Now, I'm very curious to see which of these neon signs are better. This is exactly why I bought multiple of like the same product, so I can actually show you guys exactly which one you should buy and which one you shouldn't. So taking this out, okay, already this design is really, really cool. I love the kind of like bat logo of this one. It does also have a battery casing. However, from my experience, when you use batteries on these neon signs, they literally die so quick. So I definitely would recommend using the included USB to actually plug this in, and then you literally never have to worry about a battery or it dying or anything like that. And as soon as we plug it in, it literally turns on, and it does look more pink, I would say, than it does on camera. It actually doesn't look that bright on camera, but in person, especially if it was in a dark room, this is very, very cool. I don't think you are able to change the color though, so that is a little bit unfortunate. There is no RGB strip. You do have this little mounting plate over here if you want to mount it onto something, so that is very, very cool. But let's check out the other neon sign. This is genuinely like Christmas for me because I completely forgot what I ordered, so I could not tell you what design this is going to be at all. And it looks like I ordered, oh, okay, so this is a controller. It actually looks about the same size as the other one. This one also has a little like battery casing in case you want to connect it to this. It plugs in a little bit differently. You just plug it into the end of the USB and then you have the battery casing, but we will not be using that. There is no RGB controller on this. This is probably a one color one as well. So the color of this is actually a little bit more rainbow. Okay, this one is sick. Let me plug in the other one. Honestly, I wouldn't say one is better than the other. Maybe on camera and maybe in person, this one is a little bit brighter if I'm really being nitpicky. Okay, yeah. No, the controller one is definitely brighter. So if you really wanted it just a brighter neon sign, I definitely would recommend the controller, but you literally could go for any of these. It's literally just what design you like better. And these will definitely spice up your gaming room, especially since I know a lot of you guys don't have like almost any RGB in your setups. So yeah, if you want to add some personalization, or if you have like a TV and console setup and you want to add this in your living room, this is definitely like something really cool that you could add. Judging by the packaging of this, I think this is the shirt that I actually ordered. Okay, how bad is this about to be, bro? Let me just see this. Okay, honestly, not the worst, not that bad. Okay, wait. I mean, I'm not gonna be caught wearing this. It is 100% ring spun cotton. Dude, it didn't feel like polyester. I literally expected it to feel like that, but like, dude, I might even just use this to sleep. Actually, it looks very thin. Like, oh my gosh, dude, like, listen to it. Yeah, I literally just completely pulled it apart. It's very, very thin, and I would say it's just not the best quality, but that's just me being really nitpicky, and honestly, that just feels like kind of spoiled, kind of ripping apart a perfectly fine shirt. If you're on an extreme budget and you just want a cool shirt with a cool design, you definitely could buy this. Just know it is kind of like thin, and it is a little bit see-through. That kind of is the only issue with this. But again, for how cheap it is, if you just need a like random shirt that you want to throw on, not that bad. But it's time for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, which is the gaming PC. Out of everything we unboxed, this is definitely the most important part, because all the other products could be bad and I can just choose to not use them. But if this is bad, this will basically make the gaming monitor bad, because then we can't use the full refresh rate. It's just very important that the gaming PC itself is good. And so far we are off to a good start. The packaging seems to be pretty good. We also do get a free keyboard, as if we haven't unboxed enough stuff already. It also looks like they decided to give us a free mouse as well. And packaging wise, this does not seem like bad TEMU packaging at all. We have the little power cable. Like, this is actually really good. Like, you would not think this gaming PC is from TEMU at all. Like, if you think about TEMU, you think of some of the bad packaging that we saw, but they really did a good job with this PC. And time for the final reveal. Oh my, okay, not that bad. Oh, static electricity, that always gets me. Okay, so this side panel over here is tempered glass, as you guys can hear, so we want to make sure we're careful with it. And also this front panel. So this gaming PC actually feels very, very good quality. And just judging by at least the case, it is really, really nice. There is honestly a lot of wrapping on this, and this is more like a little door where you can kind of swing it open. We do have over here another RGB controller, and we also have a Wi-Fi USB dongle, because a lot of these cheap PCs don't have like Wi-Fi built into the motherboard. So as soon as you plug in that Wi-Fi dongle, you have internet. And time for the final reveal. Okay, I mean, looks like a gaming PC, but one thing I immediately noticed that's really, really good is we do actually have 2 sticks of RAM. However, before I get too excited, let's plug it in and make sure the gaming PC actually turns on and works. Plus, of course, see how good it really looks. Does the gaming PC turn on first try? Just like that, it turns on. I don't see any RGB. It might take a second for it to kick on, or we might low-key have to use the RGB controller. That's actually very weird. I can see this fan spinning, but ooh, wait, the RGB is literally broken on this PC. It's literally not working. Okay, that is not that good. The RGB literally does not work on this PC. If I take off the back panel and kind of mess around with the cables, I might be able to get the RGB working, but yeah, I can see the remote is literally working. Like, I can see it turning on, but no RGB at all on the PC, so that is not that good of a sign. And also, taking a closer look, I noticed 2 things that are not that good about the PC. The graphics card does have like some sticky residue, so this might be like a used graphics card, which means the performance won't be as good. It does not look brand new. It doesn't look in horrible condition, but I can definitely see some wear. Plus, they also literally super glued this, and you definitely won't be able to see this on camera, but yeah, the RAM is literally super glued, so you can't upgrade it or anything at all. That just scared me because I thought I touched the fan. That little false alarm. So that is definitely very, very disappointing. I will have to take a look at the back of this PC and see if I can fix it, but I mean, at least everything seems to be working, and even more than aesthetics, as much as I really wanted the RGB to work, the most important thing are the specs, and obviously making sure the PC specs work. But what are the specs inside of this gaming PC? So first off, for the RAM, obviously we do have 2 sticks, and each of these are 8 gigabytes of RAM, meaning we have a total of 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm assuming it is DDR3 because we actually don't have the best CPU inside of this PC. All they said for the CPU is Core i5, and whenever they do that, it is always like a Core i5 3rd or 4th gen. I am not expecting it to even be more than like a 6th gen. I would literally be shocked. But yeah, that's going to be kind of bad because a lot of the games I play, like Minecraft and Fortnite, might not perform that good because those are CPU-based games. times, and with a CPU like that, it might not be the best, especially considering the graphics card, the RX 560. It is a 4GB graphics card, not that much VRAM, so basically say goodbye to any games that are very GPU demanding, like Call of Duty, and like maybe even playing Minecraft on like high shaders or anything like that, and especially just any game on high settings. This is definitely going to be more of a like lower setting PC, but that doesn't really matter as long as we actually get good consistent performance. Like that is just the most important thing. As long as we're able to get like over 120 FPS on low settings, I'll honestly be more than happy. Of course, I can't forget about these two extra things they did send me. So first we have the gaming keyboard, which is of course even more RGB. At this point after today, I'm tired of RGB, but yeah, this actually looks way more dim compared to like a lot of the other TEMU like RGB products. So honestly, this keyboard not that good, but it is just kind of an extra add-on, so can never complain about that. And then the mouse, the reason I wouldn't use this is because this mouse doesn't have side buttons, so it's going to be pretty hard to game on. It does have RGB, just kind of good as like a secondary mouse, but the main thing I'm curious is how our entire setup really looks. I unboxed all the items I got from TEMU, but it actually wasn't all 50 of them because a lot of them did not get delivered. I literally had to call TEMU to even get a lot of these verified because I think they thought I was like a scammer that stole someone's card ordering this much stuff. But it's finally time to put together all of these items and see how good of a gaming setup we can build with TEMU. So finally, after unboxing everything, I chose my favorite gadgets to build a full gaming setup. But now it's finally time to actually test out my favorite TEMU gadgets. And of course that means I need to start off with a benchmark to see how the entire gaming PC performs. And I'll tell you, just setting up the gaming PC, it feels so slow, and it gave us a gaming score of 5%. Which is horrible, but as you guys can see, our CPU is the Core i5-4690K. It is pretty old, but literally the one that we have inside of this gaming PC is performing way below expectations, but the graphics card is performing above expectations, and of course it is the RX 560, and we also have 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM inside of this PC, but judging by the actual benchmark score, I don't think this gaming PC is going to be that powerful. However, we still have an entire gaming setup with some of my favorite gadgets to test out. I definitely wasn't too confident to test out Fortnite after seeing the benchmark, but I loaded up Fortnite on the lowest settings. Alright, so I've never had this happen on a monitor, but the colors just randomly went like really weird. I mean, obviously, as you guys can see on camera, I literally am just opening up Fortnite and I have no idea, like, why is it purple? Dude, I didn't even get to test out the gaming PC yet, and the monitor is already having issues, and you guys can see just how slow the PC is moving inside of just the menu, and our CPU usage is literally at 100%, and we're just inside of the lobby, and our GPU is pretty much maxed out too. Okay, what's really weird, as soon as I tab out of Fortnite on the monitor, it looks fine, but then when I tab back in, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it just has the glitch. So it definitely seems to be having some kind of like HDMI issue. I'm not really that sure like why it's causing it. I'm gonna try restarting the monitor, but before I do that, we definitely need to be going on performance mode because yeah, this PC has to be gaming on the lowest setting. Okay, right now it seems to be fine. It might have just been a one-time, or it might just be doing it right now again. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna try going on to windowed full screen, which actually will even reduce our performance even more, but I have no idea why this monitor is completely bugging out. This is probably why you don't buy monitors from TEMU. So if we actually go into our settings, as laggy as it is, I think if we put windowed full screen, it seems like it's just whenever the game, yeah, now it's fine, but the issue is This just means our performance is going to be a little bit less consistent compared to if it was on completely full screen, but this is basically like the only thing I can do. And if I go into the monitor settings, there honestly is like basically nothing I can change at all. Okay, so on the monitor settings, I do have a few things that I am able to change, but the brightness and contrast are locked, and so are all the different colors. So I'm not really too sure what is causing that glitch, but I definitely will be going on to, wait, what does backlight do? Okay, I think this just might make the monitor a little bit brighter, but I definitely am going to be going on to 144 hertz to take full advantage of this monitor. So if I'm just standing still and not touching anything, we are getting over 200 FPS, but you can see our CPU and GPU are both pretty much maxed out at 100%. So when I start actually free building, it does get a little bit more laggy, but it's still at like 150 FPS, which is actually like way more than I actually expected it to be. There just feels like there is a decent amount of input delay. I wouldn't say like a ton, but I am still able to somewhat build. However, it doesn't really feel like I'm getting like 120 to 150 FPS. It feels more inconsistent, and that probably is just because the specs on this gaming PC are not really that good. However, I am able to do like my decent builds, but for some reason I am getting quite a bit of screen tearing on this monitor. This is also only creative and my own specific Fortnite creative map, which as you guys can see is very, very basic just to get the most amount of FPS possible. So the only issue with that is inside of creative we are able to get good FPS, but as soon as we go in a real game, it's probably going to start dropping a lot because we have a lot more to run. However, another thing that might be holding us back, like I mentioned, is we are on windowed full screen. So yeah, if we were on complete full screen and not windowed, we would be getting a little bit more FPS. But I am really curious to see how this gaming PC and overall setup performs in a real game. But I will say, already just testing it out, the headphones sound amazing, which I just did unbox off camera because they arrived late. And the keyboard and mouse and keyboard cable plus even mouse pad, honestly, I could highly recommend. And I really do love these like lights over here for the setup. I think I went a little bit overkill with them, but I just want to use a lot of them on the setup, and I also do like this. I think in general, a lot of the accessories we actually got for the setup are good. Even this monitor light bar, it is a little bit flimsy and doesn't really like to stay completely straight, but it basically does a job. It lights this desk up, and I mean, the only thing that I really have an issue with for sure is definitely the monitor, because it seems to be giving us a lot of issues, cause screen tearing, and I don't know if it's really what they said it was, because it just does not feel that good at all. And the colors right now, I haven't even touched anything, and they look really like super contrasted. Like, it does not look good at all. I know this is just the pre-lobby, and basically any gaming PC does have a lot of frame drops here, but yeah, as you guys can see, the CPU is definitely the bottleneck of this gaming PC. It's at 100% usage on 1080p performance mode, and I mean, right now in the battle bus it does say we're getting over 200 FPS, but as soon as we actually start playing in a game, I assume we're gonna be getting like 80 to maybe like 100 FPS, because dude, both the GPU and CPU are being fully maxed out here. So skydiving, it actually isn't as bad as I expected. We are getting 100. Okay, there it is. It dropped a little bit over there. Now that I actually landed though, it looks like the FPS wants to go right around 100-ish, which honestly is more than I expected. Our CPU is definitely the bottleneck of this PC though. 100% usage on the CPU is kind of insane, especially for how low the settings we are gaming on. But, okay, dude, the one thing I legit cannot stand is how bad this monitor looks. I need to be able to change this. There's literally no way that I'm not able to change this, bro. Like, it actually looks horrible. Here, okay, wait, there are different presets that you are able to do. Oh, okay, right here. Oh, there we go, movie or FPS. I think FPS definitely looks the best. This actually made it look so much better. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now the monitor lighting does look a little bit better. I still think it's not that good. Like, the monitor colors, I don't know why I hate it so much on this PC, but it is at least a little bit better. But yeah, maybe this is why you don't buy monitors from TEMU. Okay, there is another guy landing here. Okay, and we have like some sweat trying to laser me from across the lobby. Okay, yo, give me this kill. Easy. There we go. All right, first kill on the board. Let's see if we can actually still win this game. I'm gonna try and get like a 10 kill win or something here. Like, seriously, I also have to say the keyboard and mouse feel really, really good to game on. Like, I literally have no issue gaming on them at all. Like, I genuinely like how the keyboard feels. It feels really, really good. Yup, 35. Okay, wait, this guy actually does not seem that bad at all. Come on, edit. Cracked. Yo, dead. There we go. Oh my, we're piecing people up on the TEMU gaming setup here. At the end of the day, we are gaming on the TEMU gaming setup with pretty much no real issues. I will say it's just like my preference. I don't like the way this monitor looks, and I wish we had better FPS, but it is actually gaming pretty good, and especially the keyboard and mouse, I think, are actually holding their weight a lot. I really do like it, and I overall will say that the peripherals and overall like gadgets I bought from TEMU are actually really, really good. Like, I literally don't really have any major issues with them. And now that we're especially later in the game, even though the CPU and GPU are pretty much completely maxed out on the usage, at least on the bright side, the CPU is not like super, super hot. It's been at 60 degrees pretty much the entire game. So if I am looking on the bright side, that is one thing that is kind of good. But yeah, I definitely would not really recommend getting this gaming PC. I think for this price, you definitely would be better just saving your money or just buying like another gaming PC. I think overall the takeaway of this is TEMU is just best for having a bunch of gadgets, not necessarily buying like expensive things. Okay, what is this guy doing over here? There we go. We just double dinked him for 60 already. I killed this guy earlier. He actually wasn't that bad. Oh my, yo, buddy. No, buddy, you're not running away. There we go. He's cracked already. Come here. Come here. Yo. Oh my gosh, wait, this guy's actually so low. I just need to, I just want to, oh my, and he's so far away. There's no way I'm getting that kill. Okay, I'm actually not able to lower it onto 720p because then it will take me out of windowed full screen. And then we have the issue with the monitor where the coloring is just really, really awful. So I'm basically stuck on 1080p here. However, let's just push this gaming PC to the limit on performance mode. It's not going to be that much harder for the PC to run because it still is on performance mode, but we are now on epic performance mode settings. So it should be a little bit harder for the PC to run. Not that much harder though. We're still able to get like 100 FPS here. Okay, I know this guy is in this bush. I think he does see me. Oh my, there we go. Yo, where's he? Okay, wait, there we go. We hit him. We fully cracked him already. Yo, what is this guy doing? Yup, there we go. Easy kill. I actually played that so weird. I'm not gonna lie. We have 8 kills and there's only 8 players left. Let's just take a quick rift to the zone. And reboots are about to end too, and we haven't even died this whole game. We're low-key cooking. Okay, now that we're on epic settings though, the FPS definitely did drop a little bit. We're getting like around 80 to 90-ish instead of like 100-ish. Actually, it seems pretty much the exact same. I killed this kid like twice already, bro. I literally killed this kid so many times. There we go, double edit, dead. Oh my gosh, yo. It does not matter that we're on a TEMU setup here. We're still able to cook. We're doing so good on this TEMU setup. There's only 5 other players. Okay, wait. We can actually definitely win this game. There are no more reboots, so I do need to be a little bit careful. I'm honestly still shocked we're doing this good on a, like, entire TEMU gaming setup. Like, dude, I think TEMU low-key is kind of cooking on some of these gadgets. Like, some of them are hit or miss, but I found the best ones for you guys in this video. Oh my gosh, this guy's already cracked. We're pushing that. I literally saw him. There we go. Easy kill. Oh, and this other guy's a bush. Nice. Yup, there we go. Good laser on him. Dead. There we go. Easy.
Oh my, I'm just gonna keep spamming here. I'm not even gonna go on low ground. I'm literally just gonna keep spamming. No. No, there we go. Oh my gosh, I almost choked that. We just won on the TEMU gaming setup.
This was the biggest video I have ever done, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and so we can hit 1 million subs by the end of the year. Don't forget, Jesus loves you.